Walk us through your entire shelf
And then,
here,
okay,
please.
top left, you got Anakin Skywalker, R2D2, and is that Rey or Padme?
Oh,
That looks like Loki up in the left corner, dude.
Are you sure?
Kylo Ren,
Oh,
R2D2, Rey. I didn't get those pop figures. I did not buy those myself. I got the R2D2 one myself. I did not get these two.
okay. Yeah, walk us through the shelf here. What's
Actually, no.
This. Oh, that's fucking rad.
That's
so
pretty,
I got
is that
Assassin's
Drake
Creed
or-
Unity.
That's Drake.
Yeah, Assassin's Creed Unity, Nathan Drake, Assassin's Creed Black Flag. And then I said these ones. That's Bruticus. I don't know if you guys know who that is. It's a combiner. 5 Transformers and Shockwave is the gun. But that one you have Hellboy, Predator, Alien.
Yep.
Then we got Syndicate, Assassin's Creed 3, just a bunch of stuff Vanessa's giving me. And then go back.
Is that Batman like scary Batman or something?
It's it's like a zombified Batman. I don't know. It was like a 50th edition. It came in like a gold.
Batman.
So zombie Batman, Thanos. A thing I hate about a few of these is fuck. Some of them are bobbleheads, and I don't like it. I don't like bobbleheads. Bunch of Rubik's cubes. Then Optimus Prime, Billy, Peter Venkman, and
Dennis Nedry.
Dennis Nedry. Then that's a dragon down there. It can change colors.
Rawr.
And then I just threw an otter right there. And then
fuck yeah, dude, otters.
I have
yes
double-ended lightsaber, a double-ended or a saber staff with cross guards, Sith, like you know. Okay, and then I got Marvel, all different figures from Endgame. Except I'm pissed because there's no. Wait, is it no Groot or no Rocket? No, there's no Groot or Rocket. Oh wait, there's Groot. There's no Rocket Raccoon, but then there's like Captain Marvel and one of her soldiers and or a Kree and who's the other race I'm thinking of?
Shintari?
No, there were 2 races that were introduced in the Captain Marvel movie.
The Skrull and the Kree.
Yeah. There's a Skrull and Kree, but there's no Rocket Raccoon, so I'm pissed off. Yeah, and I plan to add more to it.
You should put my face back in one of those shelves. Not my actual face, like a picture or something.
I think I could. Your fat head, my figure.
And remove spotlight.
Anyway,
there you go.
Yeah.
Wait, how do I get back?
I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't want to be in this mode. I want to be in gallery view. There we go.
All right, is everyone ready?
Yeah.
Everyone down to clown?
Yeah.
Tom?
Oh, I also have my
You
Harry
caught me,
Potter
bro?
wand. That I don't have back there.
I'll fight you, Garrett.
Those
Oh,
fucking
no.
gummies.
Dude, they're vitamins. Are they Flintstone?
Dude, Flintstone's vitamins were the
Didn't you
shit.
look like Flintstones? They're circles.
They look like
I
you
don't
bought them
know
from a
if they-
shady person.
Yeah, it's
Why?
like no
There's
label.
no
on it.
label on
There's
them.
no label.
You took the label off.
Looks like someone made those.
It's actually-
homemade.
It's actually just fruit snacks like dipped in cocaine.
That's where I was going with it.
Dude, fruit snacks and cocaine are my favorite fucking.
No, I just
Essentials.
tore the label off.
Take
That
it
board or
away.
I just felt like it.
All right, is everyone ready?
To kill?
Yes, Rick. Everybody's ready. I
Yeah.
speak for everybody.
Yeah.
I'm prepared. With snacks.
Fellas, last time on Dungeons and Dragons, you had returned from the Beholder's Lair and got back on the ship where there were 2 strange pale men. One talked a lot and one didn't talk much at all. As you pried further into both of them, you realized they were not always the way they were. In fact, they were changed in some sort of dark baptism from beyond the current universe you are in. And actually in the Shadowfell, they had turned this way and not remembered their previous lives. After divulging a bit of information about the Raven Queen and her shadow crossings, which allow her to exit the material plane and enter the Shadowfell in various locations, the big guy killed the smaller one for divulging such information, to which you healed the larger character of his ailments with positive energy plane particles that you expelled onto his face, to which he changed into a one Cassius Valentino, a man who divulged his mission about his previous adventures in the Shadowfell and about how they freed a woman who had the Shadow Crossings on a map. And then, of course, Roku wrestled with him to prove who was better. And unfortunately for him, Roku just had enough strength to put him onto the deck a couple more times than he wanted.
He was rusty.
He was rusty as well as sober, which you feel has affected his fighting a bit. When you finally landed on Trusk, you gave Cassius a couple bucks. You all went your separate ways. Some of you went to Bob's and got various magic starter kits, as well as the other two of you went into the bar in the entertainment section, where you found a man named Sork performing songs about your various adventures and claiming that he did it on his own. Upon asking him, more interrogating him as to why he did such a thing, he exclaimed that the waterfront has been lacking money for things that Sid continued to run, like the orphanage, who is currently housing a very special kid who can manifest his dreams into reality, whether he wants to or not. You all met up, and after gaining information on where Lemok Scrap resides, you went out into his hillside hut, into what looks to be an overturned ship in the hills that has grown into the hills. And you talked to the man who said that the Keepers have made these various multiverse jumping devices that they wear on their wrists, and he cannot simply give it to anyone who is unworthy. So you agreed to a trial to prove that you are worthy. This trial caused you to sit around a green-tinted fire where he crushed up Jaud crystals and burnt them. And as you all inhaled the various fumes, you fall back and close your eyes and pass out. You awake, and as you sit on the deck of a ship, you are currently being thrown about as you roll from one side to another like a loose piece of luggage. You wake up and you look around. You are not at sea, but in fact flying through what looks to be the eternity. You see around you cosmos, stars, Milky Ways, like galaxies, large cosmic entities around you. Just everywhere you go has it looks to be the vacuum of space in every direction. And as you look at your ship, it is not quite the ship you're used to, as a very much younger and less grayed Lemok Scrap sits, more vibrant green, as this seems to be years prior to when you met him. He sits on a red throne where the helm would usually be on a ship, and instead has wearing this sort of metal headband with wires connected into the throne itself, and with it he's squinting and tilting his head, and as he does so, the ship as well moves with him. And you look, the ship is being propelled by some sort of magical energy, kicking up this cosmic dust behind it, and much like wings of a plane sticking out from the side of it as you glide through the air. And he screams at all of you, "We're under attack! Get to your battle positions!" As he proceeds to move and tilt as the ship itself is being shook and skewed in different directions. What do you all do?
I have my spellbook, right?
You do. You look at one another, and while you all look the same, parts of you are a bit different, especially your attire. Sweetie, you see that instead of a classic monocle you have, it is in fact an eye patch, as you are wearing a bit of a bandana around your head as well. As you stand up, you examine your surroundings, and your clothes are much more that of a seafaring adventurer, as more than your classic armor. Oz, you see the same as well. You are not wearing any armor, but you carry your spell book, which is more water damaged than you recall, as you presumably you are as well dressed in that same sort of attire. And Roku, you as well notice that your armor is made from bits of different other armor patchworked on, and you all look as to be adventurers or sailors on whatever this ship is, as it is not the sea, but some sort of different plane.
Are there any enemies that I can see?
Roll a perception check for me.
That's a 7.
A 7. You look around, and you get lost amongst the stars. It's as if staring into an abyss all around you. You see no planets, you see no landings. All you see are big, pale blue clouds of eternity in the abyss before you.
Wow.
You stand there slack-jawed. You guys all recognize each other and recognize your situation, and you are definitely not where you previously were. Although it doesn't feel like a simulation or even like a shared dream experience before you. You can feel the coldness of space, and what you see around you seems to go on for miles. What do the other two of you do?
Where's my battle station?
Cannons.
What cannons? Are there any? Ballista, star catapult. I
Swivel
don't
cannons.
know. Like
Things up on the pole.
machine guns.
Wikis.
AA turrets. I don't know.
Arcane orb.
Are you looking for these things?
Yes.
I mean, they'd be pretty obvious. I'm just looking around the
Yeah,
ship being like weaponry.
All right. You two start skittering around and looking, and you see a staircase down to the lower levels of the ship. And as you stick your head down to look, all you see is various boxes and crates being shipped. And as you sort of like peek your head back up, you start to think that perhaps this is not outfitted with weapons and cannons and whatnot.
Molax it is then.
Fish staff. Yep.
Magic.
As you all kind of like stand around gathering your bearings, you hear the Githman yell, Ozymandias, Roculus, Bartholomew, don't just stand there, do something! And he points off at a ship in the distance. Another ship that is sailing and flying out in the middle of this vast sea of stars.
How far away is this ship from us?
It looks to be a couple 100 feet. It's hard to judge from your distance.
Wish I don't have a couple 100 feet with a spell range.
How big is the ship side to side?
Probably about 20 feet.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Wait, is he running away from this ship or attacking the ship?
Roll an
Is the
investigation
ship
check.
charging at us? Oh.
As an 18.
The ship is side to side with us, as well as has cannons. But as you've been standing here for about 30 seconds. It hasn't fired at us a single time, and is again several hundred feet away. So it doesn't seem like they're engaging us in battle. They're parallel to us.
Okay.
After seeing that, oh, sorry, you go.
I guess I'm gonna wait and see what happens. This was all I was gonna say.
I want to turn to the man at the wheel, man in the throne. Sir. What do you mean they're not attacking?
No, not them. That. And as you look further past the ship, it stands there. And all of a sudden, the cannons start to shoot as you see this glimmer of something open up underneath the ship. And suddenly, out of this hole that has been stretched, a gigantic, what you could only describe as a whale, opens its massive jaw and smashes it as if the whole ship is cracked in half. And as it flies up into the air, you can see its total form. Its skin is cloudy and orange as it jumps. As it falls previously back into what looks to be the abyss of space, another portal opens as it dives back into it, and it shuts behind it, leaving behind only the wreckage of the prior ship.
What is that thing?
Why, it's a 4-dimensional space whale! Damn! It's coming for us! Hunker down!
I'm gonna prepare for it to come up, and I'm gonna jump on it.
All right.
So when I'm gonna jump off the side and jump on it.
I'm gonna ready.
Okay.
I'm
Knowing-
gonna ready the hold monster spell.
I am going.
Fireball.
Okay. Being a drug addict, I know that using different drugs in the wrong sense is lethal, correct?
Presumably, yeah. Like overdosing is the thing, yeah.
This is a giant space whale that just ate a ship.
You're gonna try and overdose the whale?
Well, also you take basilisk via the eye, so if it's taken through the digestive tract, maybe it's lethal. So I'm going to do
It's like how in Pulp Fiction when
that. That's what I was thinking of.
Mia Wallace snorts heroin and ODs. Yes, that's a
I'm gonna take-
astute observation.
I'm going to take 6 vials of basilisk, 3 in each hand, and just pop them open at the ready. So if this thing jumps at us, I'm basically readying my action to take these vials and put it in its throat.
As you look over the left side of the ship where you see the prior wreckage in the distance, you all wait in an eerie sort of silence. And then you hear as space itself gets ripped open and the massive body starts to leap in front of you. All of you can send off your readied actions, and then we need to roll some initiative. But first, Roku, roll an athletics check as you try to hop onto this thing.
That will be a 16.
You jump and you grab a hold of the side, but it is slimy and wet, and you start to slip downward its slimy carapace. I need you to make another athletics check for me.
That is a 22.
As you slide, you look over, and your hand that is obviously not connected from your own body, the Vecna hand sort of scratches into it and becomes sort of this climbing hook that you can hold on with as you dangle from almost the tail of this beast. Oz, that's a wisdom save.
I'm using Fireball to hold monster. I think
Okay.
Dex save on that boy. And I'm shooting it so it's away from Roku.
As you aim it towards the face, you notice a great distance between it and Roku, as it rolled a 17.
That's my DC. Well, it still takes half. 2, 4, 8, 8d6.
Is this fire damage?
Yeah. So that's that. 4, 8, 10, 20, 25. After that, 13 fire damage.
Okay. 14, you said? Or
13.
13. Okay. Sweetie, you notice
Its
that as
mouth?
it jumps, it sort of like jumps up, and it looks to be trying to leap over the ship as opposed to into it.
Is its mouth agape?
It is slightly. You think that you could possibly throw the substance in if you tried.
I'm gonna wait then. I'm gonna just keep holding that action because if it's not something that if it's going over the boat, I want it to be something where it's like if it's going into the boat, these vials are going into it. So I'm gonna hold my action.
All right, and with that, I need you all to roll initiative.
Ooh,
Holy fuck.
that big boy.
Big boy.
Thing's pretty.
Damn 4-dimensional space whales, man.
4-dimensional space whale, even though we live in the 4th dimension.
Well, these are D&D characters.
They live in our imaginations.
Which is the 8th dimension. Or is that the 5th? It's
I
fine.
thought it was 6th, but I guess
All right, did anybody give above a 20?
Initiative. That's 22.
Okay. 10 to 15? 10, 15 to 20?
15.
Oz, what did you get?
17.
Okay.
Whoop, whoop.
All right. As it finishes its soaring through the air, oh boy.
What does that say?
That says
Roculus.
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 Is mine on Osmandius?
It's all right. You can leave me off to the side.
Yeah, I was gonna leave you on the tail a little bit. It completes its motion to the other side of the ship. As it sort of lands, it doesn't immediately tuck into the other portal as it entered. It sort of floats amongst your the side of your ship for a bit. And it seems that I've labeled you what the gift man has referred to you all as. And with that, Bothramu, you're up first.
Okay, so I'm gonna get to the edge of the ship first off.
Mhm.
Actually, I want to get in between like it and Ozymandias.
Mhm.
And I guess now I'm gonna take all the vials. I don't really have anything to bundle them up with, but I guess I would like to. Fuck. Yeah, as trying to hold them together. And I'm gonna try and throw all 6 in his mouth at once, without like.
You just
Yeah.
try to lob it in, keep them all together. I need you to make a strength check. So just D20 at your strength.
That's actually not half bad. That's going to be a 19.
Okay. As you throw them, as it moves towards his mouth, the space whale opens what is definitely a more toothy mouth than you've seen on any other whale, and it snatches them out of midair, and you can see it visibly swallow, effectively consuming all of 6 of them at once.
Okay.
Is this guy gonna battle fucking Rage-roid?
Oz.
Also, I don't know if it was clear, but I didn't have corks in those vials.
Mhm.
So
As you threw
just
them,
so it's not like
bits of the liquid started to kind of seep out, but it was almost as if it was low gravity when you threw it out. The liquid sort of just floated amongst them and still moved as a whole. It didn't spill out due to your like as Earth's gravity would. And with that, Oz, it is your turn.
I want to take my book, strike it with 3 fingers, and scorching ray.
All right, roll for it.
All right. No, that's why I have 3d20s out usually. Yeah. And these ones are a nice pink. Second damage. Let's see. Does a 19 hit?
It does.
And then the 24 and 28 also hit.
Absolutely. You have heard the expression hitting the broadside of a barn. This is hitting the broadside of a whale as you very easily just launch these concussive blasts of flame and hit the side of his scaly carapace.
Healing. Oh. Ooh. Ooh. Pretty good damage. 10, 15, that's 12, 27 psychic damage.
All right.
I hit it in its mind.
You blast the sort of blue cosmic blast at it, and it hits it. And as you see it, what usually enters their head and shakes them up a bit, it just kind of explodes on the side of his head. Maybe not having the complete desired effect you'd wish.
Not psychic. I mean, the psychic, maybe. Let's keep that in mind.
Is that your turn?
Yeah.
Rockulus. You hang in space as it flaps its tail to swim through the cosmos. You're being moved along with it as you are on top of its body.
To try and get a better grip, I'm going to make an attack and try and stick my axe into it, or make 2 attacks if you will.
All right, you will only be able to make these one-handed if you wish to swing them.
Okay, then I will use my wrist. I'm assuming I threw my thing on my back. I'll use my wrist blade and use that as a. Okay. I got a 19 and a dirty 20.
Those both hit?
Okay, I would like to smite on this. Just 1 second, please. Okay, I need you to make 2 wisdom saves for me, and if you fail, you'll be frightened of me. And if you are caught within my aura, which you are, you cannot move.
What is it? What is this a spell
This is
effect?
Wrathful Smite.
Okay.
And
As you lift your arm blade up, it sort of cascades in this energy. As you plunge it into the tail of this thing, you can see it sort of like turn its head at you, and you just kind of stand there and your body compared to its body, you barely take up the size of its eye. And it turns back around, completely shrugging off any attempts to make it fear you.
Okay. That's nice. um, be 15 psychic damage. I'm assuming that's halved.
Mhm.
So 8.
All right. So you do barely and penetrate the skin, the hide of this beast.
With doing that, I'm going to use my movement to move further up, closer to the head. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to just use my blade as a, I don't know, an ice pick almost to climb up his back.
Can I? Don't squash him. I was wondering if I could put a picture on a picture without it. There we go. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Is that good?
Perfect.
As you scale your way up him, you're not quite walking and you're not quite crawling. It's like you're running up the stairs and you started to use your hands as you're almost like crouched as on this weird beast's body. And is that your turn?
Yeah, I don't want to cast spirit weapon yet. He's gonna move and he's gonna leave my spirit weapon in the fucking dust.
With that, it is now his turn. As he looks to you on the ship, both of you on the ship, he sort of turns to the right slightly. Roku, you start to move, and as he turns, you sort of are able to stand up as you are now like straight up from the angle you're at, and he focuses his mighty blowhole towards the direction of the ship. As it sprays out this cosmic energy in a cylinder, blasting towards you and the ship. I need you, Oz and Sweetie, to make dexterity saving throws as this intense wave of energy shoots out from his mighty blowhole.
Well. If you look what we have here, 14.
And Sweetie,
Sorry, you said dexterity saving throw. That's going to be a 10.
did I unshare my screen?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was
you did.
weird. I did not mean to do that. And with this, you both stand there, and as you try to dip to one side or another, the colors inside of it are so beautiful. You just, wow. As your entire being gets hit with this raw, focused cosmic energy. That is going to be 63 force damage.
Oh no.
You said 63 force?
Yep.
That's a fun number.
And with that, you see as well your side of the ship get blown up slightly, leaving behind a sort of bruised outward appearance, which you assume he could eventually break the ship if you wanted to, due to his, ability to break the ship that you've previously seen. But with that, it is now Sweetie's turn. Also, Sweetie's gone, but I should remind you that while this is happening, both the whale and the ship are keeping up a pace side by side. So you are in fact moving on this ship. The ship is careening through space at incredible speeds, as well as the whale floating behind it, or beside it, I mean. Sweetie, it is your turn.
Okay, so it's turned sideways right now currently.
Mhm.
How far down? Like, okay, so if this is the top railing of the ship, how far down are the wings? Like, how long of a drop would it be to
About 10
drop onto
feet.
a wing to like run? Okay. Does dropping like that take up my movement?
I would not say falling would take your movement, no, but it would take,
Okay.
5 feet to get off the side of the ship.
So if I went like 5 foot, 5 foot, or like, so could I get onto the whale from where I am? If I did the drop onto the wing.
You fall 15, and then you would have to jump to try to hit the whale again.
Okay.
But yes, you theoretically could.
Okay. Actually, right there on the wing of the ship, I'm going to cast Fairy Fire.
Huh?
Fairy
That's
Fire?
a dex
Right.
save?
Yes. Dexterity.
That is going to be a 7.
Well, now we all get advantage. Wait, that's what it does, right?
Now, if I'm in the thing, does he have advantage on me?
No, because I believe it is he can cast it on a place, and then it affects the creature, correct?
I believe it's everyone. 1 second. Object in a 20-foot cube within range. Outlined. Any creature in the area when the spell is cast is outlined in light if it fails its dex save. So you have. It's a 20-foot cube.
So you
So
could
if
definitely
it's-
position it on this thing that, like, it would not
Okay,
hit
1 second.
Roku as well.
If I, yeah. So let's say it's 20 foot. So if it's like, that,
Yeah,
that's not touching you, and that's there.
exactly.
So
You
is it
sort
okay if
of-
I leave that there?
it's just the entire whale is now coated in this. What color do you want it to be?
Let's just keep it orange.
Orange.
Like take the orange from the sky and just.
You sort of take this from the clouds and you sprinkle it like almost like a salt bay across the entire whale as you coat it in this luminescent energy. It's now glowing and very much easier to see and land your attacks on. And yeah, Roku, you see as around your ankles that sort of energy starts to, because it lights up the entire carapace around it. It's sort of coating your ankles like a layer of dry ice. Sweetie, would you like to move this turn as well, or?
Let's go stand next to Oz. So go left and up one. Yeah.
All right. Oz, as you are prepared to take your turn, suddenly the gift behind the wheel, or should I say the throne of the ship, says, "Hold on!" as he suddenly makes a quick turn to evade a large floating mass of rock, and I need you guys both to make strength saving throws.
Oh, I think I got a good roll. 19.
10.
Sweetie, as he careens very harshly to the right, you begin to Ozzy, you grab the mast and are able to bear yourself. Sweetie, you start to fall and you get to the edge of the ship. I need you to make a strength saving throw yet again. Oh Jesus, what the
17.
You're holding on the edge of the ship, dangling above the vast infinite space beneath you.
Okay. I
Citizen,
can't
now your
attempt to pull
turn.
myself up, can I?
On your turn.
Yeah.
My turn?
Citizen, now your turn.
Alright. What should I do? Fireball.
Dun, 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 dun. Sure.
Made of acid.
You got a 10 on his dexterity save.
That's full acid damage. All 86 damage. Oh my. Oh my, oh my. That's some hot damage. $35 acid damage.
You sort of take this glob of green liquid from your spell book as it floats supernaturally open in front of you. As you pull up this force from the pages, you just glob it. And as it falls over top of this huge whale, it pops and begins to rain acid down on its back. As it hits it, Roku, you see as you're standing on it, it creates burnt sort of holes in this thing's outside carapace as it shrieks in pain that seems to echo and shake the entire ship around you. And it looks to be hurt from that specific attack. Is that your turn?
Yeah, I think that's all I can do.
Roku.
Was it simply not affected at all by the smite I tried to cast on it?
Was it the fear effect is the only thing
the
that it
fear
had?
effect.
Yeah, it looked to not even it literally shrugged you off as it stands. You look so insignificant in his eyes. It's as almost if like a bug tried to intimidate you. I guess to be fair, spiders exist and they scare the shit out of me, but you get the point.
So if I were to cast something bigger, that or at least it looked bigger, would it scare him? Or could it?
You don't think so, but
Okay.
you don't know. You just don't. You think you have a hard time shaking this 4-dimensional space whale.
I suppose so. That's fair enough. Can I stand?
You can certainly try.
Okay. I would like to try and stand.
As you previously have used your brute strength to climb upon this beast, now I need you to call upon your agility as you try to balance, almost like the world's most intense surfboarding, as you roll an acrobatics check.
Modifiers. No. Just, 30-20.
You stand up shaky at first, and it starts to roll back upwards, and you like skitter up it to try to level yourself out. And as you stand, you see stars flying past you and cosmic entities flowing through you, and you are now riding as there's no wind, but the effects sort of just like wash over you. It's almost as if you're a large wind is upon you.
I took offense that it didn't feel me last time, so it's gonna feel me this time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna swing down on it twice with my axe and try and pierce through its thick hide.
Now that you stand, you can effectively hold your weapon and just bring it down overhead as it has no defensive measures against you.
Okay, I rolled a 13 and a 27. However, I'm going to use my channel divinity to make that a 23 and a 27.
Those absolutely hit. You come down with the hammer, and as you hit it, it's like a meat tenderizer that weakens the area. You see it almost instantly start to bruise, and then you flip it around and leave the ability for your axe to come through and slash through the weakened skin, cutting deep into him as he pours out this black ichor that looks like blood.
It's 25 damage from the maul. I'm also going to use both of my level 3 smites here.
Oh shit. Okay.
Making that 8d8. $48 radiant damage,
Okay.
making that a total of 25 and 48. Does 50, 71 damage, right?
Yeah. Damn. As you cut into this thing, you see that the celestial clouds that make up, these bodies start to cackle with thunder overhead. And as you slash at it with your big axe, as well as a bolt of lightning directly from the heavens themselves, crashes into the beast as he and careens to the side, almost running into the ship. But with that, it is now his turn, as he is going to attempt to get his blowhole back. He does not.
Thankfully.
Uh,
It's just gone.
he is going to let out that shaking screech, and I need you all to make wisdom saving throws.
I have
Hmm.
proficiency in this, I believe.
I am proficiency.
It's a wisdom saving throws.
Dude, I'm rolling fucking hot tonight.
Can you all
That's-
see his stats right now?
No.
Okay, good. Because I pulled up a page, but I also opened his stats, so I didn't know if I was literally just showing you guys the entirety of his stat block.
Also, I was having this issue. If you guys click on view and then go side by side gallery, it looks so much better than what it does just standard.
Yeah, you're right.
What do you mean?
Like when it's standard, it's like all our face cams, you can like move around and stuff like that. But like side by side gallery, it's like your video and then all of us on the side, and it looks, for me, it looks a lot better.
Oh, that's what I have. Yeah.
And it actually comes, your face cams come up on stream now. Before then, when it was like the little mini thing, it didn't happen. Also, Garrick, your mom is in the stream. She said, "Hi, Garrick, your mom misses you." So,
Oh no. Okay.
and I
Anyway.
think my mom's also in here. So,
This is weird. I've never had my mother try to watch Dungeons and Dragons before. Actually, I'd prefer that over probably Jared's parents when they're around when we play D&D, because I feel Ron's judgment hard when we're. He's like
imagine he
yelling
comes
at
and watches the
Oscar, and
channel.
we're like, roll for attack. I feel so intimidated.
You should.
Roll initiative.
All right, everybody, what's your wisdom saving throws?
I got a natural 20.
Okay, perfect.
21.
Sweetie.
12.
Sweetie, as you hang off the rails, you hear that frightful belch of powerful energy, and you turn shaking, and you just see its massive face. Its weird tentacles dripping off like a beard, and its red, beady eyes with no pupils. And you look at how small and insignificant you are compared to it. And you just slowly turn back around, shaking as you hold on the side of this thing. And with that, Roku, you see as it's flapping its tail up and down, it lifts up its tail all the way and goes to smack you on its own back. And it is going to roll a dirty 20 to hit.
Oh, yep.
And
If I
then
wouldn't have Shield of Faith, that would have been nope.
Sweetie, it then takes its big fin and slaps you on the back as you're on the side of the ship. Actually, it rolled a 17 to hit. Does that hit?
No, it doesn't. Haha. The first thing that's gone my way this fight.
And it totally just biffs you completely. But Roku, you are going to take the full damage.
Yeah.
As I am going to take out 20. Okay. It's going to be 10, 17, 23, 31, 41 points of bludgeoning damage as the tail smacks you down as you stand back up, possibly being crushed by the size of this thing. You feel as if you got off easy.
Hey, it got off easy.
And with that, you guys look, and with that attack, it dips downward as a portal rips open beneath it, and it dips into the portal with Roku on its back. And this is where you guys see what looks to be the invisible outline of this thing flying through the stars. You can see it pushing away the stars and all the different space objects, but it is invisible, making it harder to hit. Luckily, you can see the particles from the fairy fire glowing from a different dimension. Roku, what you see right now is the equivalent of the Bifrost. It's all the colors of the spectrum just shooting around you as you are traveling at speeds hitherto undreamt of in your minds. You are holding on for dear life as the wind is just flying beneath you. Roku, as you sit there holding on for dear life, you look over to your left and you see an alternate version of yourself, except this time it has the hand of Vecna on its right hand holding on to the whale. And as you look over at each other, you just let out screams as you stare into each other's eyes, as you look around and you see different versions of yourself of all different kinds of varieties. You see some with different haircuts. You see some that are vaguely human yet have the Vecna hand on as well. You see half-orcs. You see full orcs without the hand of Vecna, all screaming as they're holding on to the back of this space whale, flying through this extra-dimensional portal. But the rest of you just see it kind of disappear. And with that, it is now Sweetie's turn.
I'm gonna take away my fairy fire. We know that it's there, so I'm just gonna. There we go. Okay. And with that, I am going to. So wait, they're invisible right now. You said.
They're not quite invisible. They've dipped into a different dimension, but you can still see it kind of pushing up. It has some sort of it's like ghosts. They can affect the world around them. They're still moving shit around them, but you can't see them.
Okay.
But the fairy fire makes them easy to locate.
Gotcha. Then I'm going to. I forget how this. It's that one. Just to save spell slots. I'm going to use the cantrip Toll the Dead, and since he's taken damage, and I am level 10, it's going to take 2d12 after doing a wisdom save.
All right, it rolled. I gotta check its modifiers here. A 15.
15. That is a fail.
Okay.
So it shall be taking 2d12. These are d12s, right? Yeah. Of death damage.
Death damage.
Total of 9 necrotic damage.
Okay.
It's okay. And then also, I'm gonna pull out. Okay, so how I want this? I want my staff. I want to hold it up and like this like dark energy. I kind of like pull back like a drawstring, like I'm making my staff into like a bow, and then when I fire it, all this energy just flies at the whale and it attacks it. But then with my staff, just like do a quick twirl, finesse with it, and when I slam it down in front of me, I'm going to be using my thing of the Sacred Weapon Divinity channel and Paladin skill and a fish
All right.
staff.
As you turn your staff into what is usually a fish skull, you look and that spine that is previous, or that arm that is previously human, turns into that fish spine, but the head becomes this large, oversized, pointed teeth version of a fish with a large sort of tendril off of it with a dangling light in front of it. It looks as though in this alternate dimension, or you have an angler skull attached to the top of this as opposed to a regular fish. And as you launch that dark matter energy, it sort of flies, and you can see it sort of opens up its own small portal as it travels through it and closes, presumably hitting the whale.
Nice.
And with that, you hear the Gith at the helm. So he's sort of holding his head now, like when Xavier does basically anything in the X-Men. He goes, "We got a meteor shower! Take cover!" And you look upwards and you see these large rocks sort of crashing down past your ship, but one comes directly in between you both, Ozzy and Sweetie.
Oh shit! I didn't climb back
You did
up.
not climb up as you continue dangling off. And with that, I need you both to roll dexterity saving throws.
I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm going to fall back into this abyss, and that fell off the table. I can
Dex
roll
save?
that.
Yep.
Oh, that's pretty good.
What'd you guys get?
19.
Sweetie?
I rolled a 1, and then I re-rolled,
Right.
and I
just
got a
halflings.
2.
Okay.
So I got. Yeah, I don't know if you said saving throw, but even then, it's still a 9.
Yep.
And that just kicked me off the boat.
Oz, you manage to use angles, and you go around the mast using it as like sort of a cover as the rock hits the deck and explodes. The fire encases around you as you take cover behind it, and as you turn around, you see Sweetie with the rock laying on top of him. He's sort of like moves past the wreckage. He's now within the second level of the ship. He's like sort of crushed as the entire ship itself has been blown open on the side. And you take 14 damage, Oz. Sweetie, you take 28.
Oh no, I'm unconscious.
I'm almost unconscious. That's surprise. Oh, he's a wizard. Never mind.
The whale will hold me with 7 hit points.
Sweetie, you are laying under the rubble, and you sort of like push it away from you all, and you look over, and your wizard friend's robe is caught on fire, and it is slowly just building up, and he's laying there unconscious.
Okay. I can't do anything about that now, but I'll do something about it in the future.
You don't have
So am I
healing
still
word?
technically hanging off the edge of the ship?
No, you are within the second floor of the ship. So you are now kind of in it.
Mhm.
Yeah, you're kind of in this
And-
crater that opened up the side of the ship.
Sorry, but one more question before the end of this little thing. How big is this meteor rock thing, asteroid?
It was probably like 20 feet in radius. It was a big ass rock, but it's sort of
So I
crumbled
could-
away now.
Okay, could I climb it to get up back to the main deck?
You can attempt to climb the rubble if you would wish on your turn.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that later. But yeah, go to Roku or
Oz,
whoever it
I
is.
need a death saving throw from you.
14.
That is a success. Roku, it is now your turn as you are flying through this strange dimension with alternate versions of yourself gripping on as well. What would you like to do?
Hold on for dear life.
Okay, I need you to roll an athletics check for me as you're gripping on as you're flying at unknown speeds.
18? You say check or save?
Check, athletics check.
Okay. 18.
You're gripping on for dear life as you see the green version of yourself, all green, not just like skin green, but all totally green, as if this weird color radiation is like causing people to be all one shade. Very strange place. But he's gripping on, and he looks over to you, and you look over at him, and he flies off, and you see as he flies off of this whale, he hits the outside barrier that is like that rainbow color, and he immediately, all of his skin disappears into dust, and his skeleton sails into the infinite abyss behind you.
Is this infinite Roku's hanging on to one whale, or is it like switching just every few seconds?
No, there's just a bunch of random alternate versions of Roku on the whale.
On this one whale?
Yes.
Okay.
I'll be back. I'm gonna get some water.
All right. With that, Roku, the whale, pulls up, opens a portal, and as he enters your dimension once more, you as your hair is no longer flying back because of the wind, but it is like crazy and it's all staticky and stuff as you but he flies once more, probably at a significant speed as well, but you just don't even notice due to the fact the speed you were just going seems infinitely faster. As he's now in the real world, he attempts to let's see if he gets his blowhole back. He's going to do another tail attack on you, Roku, and that's going to be a 28. He's going to do another fin attack on you, and Sweetie, that was a natural 1 on his part. As he goes and slaps down with his fin, and you duck out of the way, and he just sticks his fin directly onto an upturned, broken post, and it gives him a splinter as he shakes his hand. You are still terrified of this monster as well. But Roku,
Don't hurt me, Rick.
34 points of bludgeoning damage.
Not to.
As you just go to like kind of stand up again, the tail comes and you get knocked down once more. As you stand up, you're like, and the crushing that you've experienced has definitely shattered a few bones within you right now. And you see Roku. He goes to dive once more back into his plane, but he does not. The portal does not open, and he sort of just comes back up, presumably having failed to open an extra dimensional portal.
No big deal.
Sweetie.
Am I still dying?
Yes.
Currently, yes.
It's now Sweetie's turn, though, so.
Sorry, I was editing stream. Okay. Yes, I'm going to do the thing where yeah. Or can I jump to the whale from here? Or is that it's a 10-foot jump, so probably not.
You can certainly try. I have forgotten. Could you roll me 2 more wisdom saving throws? Because I forgot to have you re-roll them at the on your turn.
The whale's back in our dimension.
He is, yes.
And Oz is
Okay.
down.
Okay, the first one, wisdom save is an 8.
Okay.
And the second one, it's a 6.
Yeah, no, you're still terrified of this thing as you can try to jump onto it.
Can I try and jump onto it when I'm terrified?
You could try. It just probably won't go well. Oh no, you can't. You can't move any closer towards
Yeah,
it.
no, I was going to
because you're
say,
horrified.
yeah,
That's a good
that's
point,
why I
yeah.
was saying, like,
Heal.
then I'm going to do my best and try to climb this rock to get to Oz to maybe give him a little, like, good juice, just a little poke and, the
All
good
right.
juice.
Roll me an athletics check with disadvantage.
Okay, never mind. I rolled the exact same. Rick,
Yeah, what's up?
I'm done. When rolling for me being scared, do I get disadvantage on that roll?
No.
Okay. Because I have the brave trait,
Mm-hmm.
which means I get advantage on that. I'm not going to worry about that right now. Can I do that right now? Because it was literally it's still my turn.
Yeah, but it would be at the end of your turn.
Okay. Well,
You get a re-roll
yeah,
for
I'll
the
do it later
save.
anyway. Okay. Climbing rock.
Yeah.
You said acrobat or strength. What'd you say?
Athletics. Disadvantage.
Athletics disadvantage. Okay. That's a 14.
You stand up on this rock, which smells like burnt rubber, as you manage to like prop yourself up, as you are now in eyesight of the top floor, but you're not able to like pull yourself upward.
Okay. Do I still have an action?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to look over at Oz and Oz, like hop in my place. Oz, get up. We have work to do. And I'm casting my once a day healing word.
Once a day.
Yeah. I get a
Um,
level 1 spell once a day for magic initiator or something like a feat.
Yep.
Okay, so D4. 4. 4 plus my spellcast. You get 9 hit points. You got
It's
max.
actually, since you're using it from the cleric spell list, it's 4 plus your wisdom modifier. Is it negative or is it just okay?
No. It's +1, so it's just 5 instead of 9.
Is Toll the Dead from that list as well?
Yeah.
Okay, well,
Oh,
yeah.
so would my save be different?
Yeah.
Okay. That is good to know. I will write that in.
But Oz, you awake as you see the fire on the at the end of your jacket as you like push the two pieces of cloth together to snuff it out. As you awake once more, giant whale still in front of you. Sweetie, is that your turn?
Did I give Roku inspiration earlier?
No.
I thought I did. Okay. As I'm
Healing
okay.
was a bonus action. They would go to new inspiration.
Wait, healing word is a bonus action?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't know that. So I still have an action.
Yeah.
I don't think I could really do anything. So I'm yeah, I'm not gonna do anything. Yeah.
Okay,
Actually,
so that's your okay. Oh,
I'm gonna attempt to detect thoughts on this thing.
okay.
Just without really saying anything, I know it's an animal, but with my detect thoughts, basically what I'm kind of trying to find, I'm trying to like figure out its intention. So is its intention food, angry? Like, is it just pissed off? Is it hungry? Like, because yeah, so that's basically what I'm doing with this.
Doesn't want a hug.
Quickly-
He's lonely. He wants
Are you using this through the monocle or are you just casting it?
my eye patch. Yes.
Yeah, the eye patch. Have you used your things already, or are they? Does he have to roll save for you, or are you just getting through? Or are you just reading its base level thoughts?
I don't want to say this thing's. I mean, I'd like to go deeper.
Let's go
Yeah, I want to
deeper.
go. I want to figure it out, but I don't want to waste 2 charges on it. Like I just want to know like what its intentions are, why it's attacking us, basically. So, do you think if it needs to go deeper? Then go ahead,
What you described would be just a 1 charge reading its base level thoughts.
Yeah, because that's kind of what I'm thinking of.
Okay.
But yeah,
You sort of scan into its mind, and you immediately see through its eyes as it's looking around, and you can just feel your stomach empty as it shakes and it gurgles for more food and nutrients as it looks around feverishly for something to eat.
yeah. Understanding that, I'm glad my turn.
Okay. Oz, it is now your turn as you are barely scraped up off the deck. What would you like to do?
Let's see here. What would I like to do? I want to hold my hand towards this big behemoth of a beast and clench the fist, casting Hold Monster.
All right.
Wisdom save.
Wisdom save is going to be a natural 1.
He is. You want me to tell you what Hold Monster is?
I do not need you to tell me what Hold Monster is.
It's this very cool spell.
Roku, as you're holding on, it's as if as if you were standing on top of a car and someone just slammed on the brakes as you flip completely over on the other side as it stops immediately in midair, and it begins just floating as it spins next to your ship. You guys see its underbelly. Roku, I need you to make a strength saving throw as this thing is kind of rolling around.
There's a 15 plus 5, 23.
You manage to hold on as it begins to spin upside down because of the Hold Monster spell. Its fins stuck outward, its mouth agape, as it is now flying through the air, motionless. Oz, you're standing there, and it requires you to sort of grasp them mentally and physically as you hold. You have to like clutch the weight of this whale as you pull it and keep it next to the ship. Him completely restrained. And is that your turn?
Is my cloak still on fire?
No, you sort of patched that out as soon as you woke up.
All right, then. That's all, folks.
Okay. Sweetie, Roku, you guys see the whale is now stopped and obviously absentmindedly floating through space, completely dead in its eyes. But as well as you see Ozymandias, or Oz as you know him, holding him completely in place with his magical abilities. Roku, it is now your turn.
I'm not really sure what the plan is, but I need hit points. So I'm going to take this opportunity to heal myself. 40 from my lay on hands pool, and then I'm going to use my hand healing.
You sort of clutch your hand and heal yourself as you touch your other hand to your chest, and you can feel your ribs and different bones within you snapping back into place as you are now feeling functionally better. that your turn?
Yep, that's what I'll do.
All right. He is going to attempt to shake out of his stupor. That is going to be a 16.
Fail.
All right. Unfortunate for him, he does not. He's not a very wise creature. He's running off of his base instincts, and with that, he maintains his ability to float absentmindedly through the air. Sweetie, it is your turn.
Okay. Wait a second. Okay, sorry. Looking at this thing, looking at its teeth, I don't know if Sweetie would know anything about space whales.
Mhm.
But judging on normal animals and how this thing is kind of looking shark-esque, this thing looks more like a predator, like a carnivore.
Does Squishy really
It
not
looks
know
like
about
it would something
animals?
that would more swallow its prey whole, correct?
I mean, presumably, it is very predatory. It is not like regular whales with the weird
Yeah.
sort of broom Brussels teeth. No, this shit's got actual like a shark jaw. Yeah.
Okay. Then my plan is on the other side of the ship, I want there to be a small. Okay, let's see how big how would you call this thing in size? Huge, giant,
It's gargantuan.
a gargantuan creature.
Mhm.
Okay, then I want there to be a huge. I want there to be like or a large or whatever the size up from that space or actually no,
Huge is a
30.
size up from large.
Okay, I have a 30-foot cube, and I want there to
I
be a space whale in
believe
it.
that's
A thir-
gargantuan.
30.
30
Oh,
foot. I
well,
think that's how that
okay.
goes. 30 foot and greater is gargantuan.
I want there to be okay, just a large, like a medium or large space whale that's injured
Mhm.
and bleeding. I am going to make this with my major image. So it'd just be like a small injured whale, and I want to go over the ship and like away, kind of. Just like moving as like this big old whale injured, just like yeah, like yeah, you get it.
Whale.
Like a
Sad whale. It's a
like
sad whale.
an injured, dying whale that to a predator would look pretty tasty. And I want that to go over the ship and like pass going down that way.
Okay. My computer just froze, as it often does when I try to write things while we play. I forget that it does that every single time. But point, yeah, it's this exact same sort of shape and size of creature. Not size, obviously, a smaller bleeding creature. It just sort of floats lazily in front of it. And you see, as it is, the space whale that you are fighting is currently frozen in place. As it sees that injured illusion in front of his eyes, he opens them and he stares at it, even as he is motionless in his body. But you think it caught the liking for it.
And so it's now that it's like coming towards it, using like my movement or the rest of my turn, Oz, obviously it's hungry. Just drop it, let it go. And then I want to yell out to Roku, it's about to go, get back here. Like I want to get him back. I need my boy Roku back on this ship before this thing takes off into the sunset.
My computer's still fucking frozen. Roku.
Goes after me.
Oh, sorry. Oz.
I'm just gonna, since Roku hasn't gotten on the ship yet, I'm gonna still hold it with my magic.
Okay.
Because we want Roku on the ship, not in space.
All right. Roku.
I guess I'll follow the instruction and hop back on the ship.
The jump itself is problematic. So you need to hop off of this whale as it is not floating necessarily to its most advantageous position for you. And I need you to roll an athletics check to try to jump from one floating body to another.
Oh fuck! A natural 1.
You jump off, hands spread out, and as you do so, the whale accidentally shifts positions too hard, and you just float downward, sinking farther and farther into the abyss as you look up to your friends, and like he suddenly just vanishes out of view.
Can I teleport to the ship?
Using what? Your
My
teleport?
hand.
Oh yes. As you're floating,
Not sure what I will.
as you snap, you pop back up on the ship.
Like right behind Oz.
Yeah, just rise out of the floor. You guys are both looking over the side of the ship like, where did he go? He's gone. And he pops up behind you.
Oh, I don't need to jump over. Good.
You're
They
so
try-
young. Yep. I need to roll saves. But I don't. Yeah, if you have that document, can you send it to me again? It was on my old phone and now I can't have it or I can't get it.
I will, but my computer is still frozen.
Yeah.
Try stop sharing the screen and share it again. Maybe.
No, like I
it's
can move my mouse. It's frozen.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh no. Something bad's gonna happen here. I just know it. I hope I
Yeah,
become
it's a little worse than
new
I
guy.
thought.
What level is teleport? What spell level is teleport?
7th.
All right, yeah, we're good. And then, is using the hand, is that the soul or is that the damage?
I believe that's the damage. No, that's
Yeah,
it's suggestion.
Yeah, we're good. So, no biggies anyway.
Okay. So, Space Whale rolled a 19 to attempt to break out of Hold
It's
Monster.
broken out.
As it jumps and this injured space whale before it, and it opens its massive jaw, which looks like it can absolutely destroy your ship in one bite, as you've seen it do, and it crashes. And as it starts to fall on its way down, the portal opens once more, and he sinks into it and disappears. And you all start to look around, and with that, things start to disappear. The ship, one by one, the masts just vanish into nothingness. The large wings, the canvas wings keeping it propelled, start to all disappear. And finally, you look at each other, and you all vanish into puffs of smoke, and everything fades to black. And then you all sit up again, now in your own material plane, staring at the green fire before you.
Eric is frozen in the funniest position. I'm sorry. But
Why?
your eyes are like really wide and your mouth is open. Wait, I'm taking a picture of it.
That's
I see
unfortunate.
you moving.
He moves.
Oh, wait, okay, now he's moving. Okay.
So,